All right, y'all, I'm back. These are some quick notes from a walk that I'm on. I have not been with you in a minute, and I feel like I've had so many ideas. You guys have been on my mind. I am just in a place where I've not had the time to record a 20-minute podcast for you guys. But I have a ton of ideas lined up, and we'll be back. Anyways, so I'm on this walk, just thinking about you guys and all the weight loss things. And so I just thought I would record some of my thoughts. So here we go. I have not made this announcement officially anywhere else, but I will be soon. I am pregnant again. So exciting. But it's also been bringing up all of my things. I'm going to do a full, a really in-depth episode on this because it's really been on my mind. But gaining your pregnancy weight, I think, is almost as important as how you lose it. Because what I see happen time and again is women get pregnant and our brain kind of goes to all of these thoughts like, you're going to gain weight anyways, you're eating for two, just go ahead and have the cupcake. It doesn't matter what you eat, it doesn't matter how you eat or how much. Indulge, as much as you want. All these, there's like a lot of societal things around it, and then I think just we're naturally kind of taking ourselves to like, well, I'm going to gain weight anyways, so I might as well. And this is where my brain has gone this time around. I went there the first time, and I will say the first time around, I didn't have a kid already. I was certainly a busy working professional, working on we had a lot of house projects at the time, but I was not busy in the way I am busy now, where most of my brain power that isn't devoted to work and household is like taking care of a baby. And so here I am now, the second time around, and not only do I have, that, the whole fact that I have a current 1.5-year-old, but this pregnancy was not as smooth, has not been as smooth as the first. The first one, I really didn't deal with a lot of morning sickness. I had the typical kind of like tiredness in the first trimester, but from what I remember after that, I was like, great. I felt amazing that second trimester. And I really haven't hit that point yet. I'm 4 months in at this point. And I had a lot of morning sickness. The first trimester, a lot of real tiredness. Not to mention, you also have, this baby that you're taking care of. So yeah, all that to be said, it's been a little bit more challenging this time around. And dealing with all of that on top of the fact that your brain even my brain starts jumping to, you're going to gain weight anyways. And I physically felt really bad for about 3.5 months. Finally coming out of it now. And now that I'm coming out of it, I've having like some moments of clarity and really seeing where my brain is right now, looking at my body, which is in a totally different place than it was this time in my first pregnancy. So my first pregnancy, I remember I was at 5 months. I like barely had a bump. I was wearing my jeans still. And I remember zipping into like a jean skirt, like a size 2 jean skirt, and it like fit at 5 months. And this time around, I'm like, what happened? I feel like I got hit by a bus. And I look in the mirror and I'm up about, let's see, I need to weigh in again, but I think I'm up maybe 15, 20 pounds at 4 months in. I'm really showing. And not only that, but like, what happened to my ass? It's huge. Like, I don't fit in to my jeans. I can't button anything. Like, my thighs got big. I think part of it's because I was eating. My eating was so off, you know, pretty much up until now at 4 months. Like, my hunger was all over the place. I had morning sickness. I was, you know, having like nausea in the mornings. And so I was like eating, even though that wouldn't be my normal schedule. I was eating because I thought it would help with the nausea, and then it wouldn't really help with the nausea. So like I just ate and my body didn't really need it. Now I still feel sick. And then like at some point the nausea would pass and I would just be like so hungry. And so my brain's all over the place. And I was just like eating, you know, way more than I normally would. Oh, on top of all this, hadn't slept. Didn't sleep for about 3 months. Like, I could not sleep. About once a week, I would get a good night's sleep. And then every other night, I would fall asleep for about 3 hours. And I'd just wake up. And that'd be it. That was my night. So that didn't help either. That's really rough on your hormones in and of itself. And I always tell my weight loss clients, like, sleep is really important. It's very hormone balancing. Hormones are paramount when we're losing weight. It's really important that they're balanced so we can experience true hunger, true satiety. Those are key pieces of weight loss. Mine was all over the place. So I feel like I sound like I'm making a lot of excuses. I'm trying to just lay out, like, this is what was going on. And I was not touching in with my like mental side of all this. Where's my brain at on this at all? I really didn't. And any one of my clients, you know what, I would have shown up for you and been like, that is okay. That's how it goes sometimes. It really is how it goes sometimes. And that's okay. We just pick up from where you are now. So that's kind of where I am now. Picking up where I am. This is where I've found my footing. And I feel like I finally have, you know, been starting to sleep again and feeling physically better. And I'm looking in the mirror and I'm looking at this body that I like don't recognize. I don't fit in my clothes. I'm showing already. My thighs just feel huge. My ass feels huge. I'm like, what is going on? So I'm just noticing where my brain's going with all of this and how I can move it to a place that's actually helpful for me. Because focusing on thoughts like my ass is huge, I don't fit in my jeans anymore, I can't believe that, you know, if we apples to apples this time, my last pregnancy, I didn't look like this. All of that stuff. Even like looking at, you know, other people on social media. Now, you know, I'm pregnant, so everything on my social media feed is like other pregnant people. And being like, I don't look like that. Like, just all this stuff that normally, like, I would never let my brain go down any of those paths. And like, here I'm putting myself like down all these paths of like, what's wrong, you know, why do I look like just this stuff. So part of these thoughts on this walk is like, no matter where you are, it's okay. There is a place to move forward from. You've never hit, an unreturnable point. And whatever you're thinking about yourself right now, about how you ate earlier today or this weekend, about how you look in the mirror, about how you fit in your clothes, it's okay. Because I'm telling you, from a nutritionist, weight loss expert, owner of a very successful weight loss program, I'm not doing it great. I'm really not doing it great myself right now. And I also know with 100% confidence that I can turn this around. This is not permanent. This is not, who I am now. This is a phase. This is a season of life. And there's a way to move forward from this. So I'm really focusing on where are my thoughts going on a regular basis, and where do I want to direct them. And this is a process I work through on all of my clients. We are all thinking things about ourselves, about food, about how we're eating, about our weight, about our body, about how our clothes fit all the time. And unchecked, unlooked at, most of those thoughts probably aren't serving you, and they probably aren't leaving you feeling how you want to feel. We want to feel confident, calm, certain, happy. Those are things that we want to feel. And those are things that when we feel them, we're able to really easily weigh what we want, fit into the clothes that we want, eat well, eat in a way that makes us feel good, that leaves us feeling energized and proud. When we're thinking things like, oh my God, I'm so fat now, which is literally something my brain has brought up multiple times. Oh my God, I can't fit into my clothes anymore. What happened? What's wrong with me? How did I do this? How did I get here? Those leave me feeling despair and sad and hopeless and out of control, and a lot of emotions that are not going to give me the results that I want. So for all my clients, what we do is we see where we are and we decide how we want to move forward. What's the best place that we can move forward? You have to move forward into a place that you can believe right now. You can't believe it right now, it's not going to work. So you can't jump from, oh my God, I'm so fat, to I'm so thin, I love my body. You can't believe that. You have to find a place that you can believe right now. So that's what a process I've been working on, just kind of throughout the day with myself. Like, what do I want to be thinking about my body, about how my clothes fit, about where I am at this stage in my pregnancy? And so most of the things I've been going to are like, I am so freaking proud of my body for, basically a year after having my first baby, being able to conceive again, having the energy and the, power, ability to do that, is incredible. I'm so proud of the fact that I'm able to, carry a healthy baby to no matter what my body looks like. And then I'm kind of focusing on what I get out of this versus what I feel like I don't have right now, or what I don't like about right now. So what do I like about right now, and what do I get out of this? I get to experience the, insane incredibleness of having a baby. Like, that's the best thing ever. I get to have that. I'm so excited. I get to, watch my body do this amazing thing where it gets huge and then it shrinks back down. I get to lose this weight. I'm super excited about that. I did a whole podcast on that last time around, so I'm kind of like rethinking about that. Like, I get to experience that again. It's such a fun reconnecting experience of going through that all over again. I'm really excited about that. And this time around is different than the first time. And I'm excited about that, like to see, all the new facets. I learn something new every time. And I'm better to able to, in another in a whole other facet, to connect with my clients who are going through the same thing. I get to experience another thing that they are experiencing that maybe I haven't, experienced up until this point. So really taking myself there, like, what are all these wonderful things that I get, instead of what do I have right now that I don't like? So those are all nuggets for you to do for yourself. What is amazing about where you are that you can believe is amazing right now? What are you going to get out of this experience? What are you going to gain from it? What's the best part of this? You just ask yourself good questions. And know that no matter where you are and how bad you're feeling about being there, it's not permanent. This can all change. You can turn this around on a dime. I'm telling you, 3-4 months of feeling not good. Physically not good. Physically not good. Mentally looking in the mirror and being like, what is happening? Just being basically checked out, like really checked out. From how I've been eating, the food I've been eating, when I've been eating, how much I've been eating, the cravings I've been having. And pretty much in the last couple of days, I've turned it around. Here I am out on my first walk in a long time. I lifted weights this morning. I mean, granted, the weather's been absolutely terrible here, so didn't want to walk outside. But, I could be sitting on the couch right now eating. I could be laying in bed feeling like shit about myself. And I'm not. I turn this around really fast just by kind of looking at, like, what am I thinking right now that's not serving me, and how can I move that forward? And just continually directing myself. I think that's another piece that we miss, is once we do figure out these are the things that I'm thinking that are keeping me stuck, and this is what I can think that feels a lot better and that will help me move forward, then we forget to continually check back in with that. Just kind of be on top of it. Like, notice, oh, my brain's going back there again. Here's how I want to redirect that. That's a continual checking in with yourself, checking in process. I'll just give you a tip on that as well. How to be aware of where your mind is. I take my clients through and I ask them a lot of questions. What are the things that you're thinking right now? Tell me all of them. And sometimes we don't want to do that. We just want it to not be. I just wish I wasn't thinking those things. The importance of knowing all the things that you're thinking is so that you can hear them come up when you start thinking them again. So for you at home, just writing those down, making a list of them, can be really helpful. And the second piece of that, some of my clients are much more tuned in with their emotions. I tend to find we're either really tuned in with our thoughts or more tuned in with our emotions. So whichever type of person you are, take this advice as such. You can write down all those thoughts and just notice them as you hear your brain spit them out. Or you can also write down all the emotions that you're currently experiencing. I listed some earlier, like despair, hopelessness, disappointment, frustration, anger, sadness. What are some other common ones? The opposite of motivation. What is that word? I'm blanking on it. But those are all ones that we are experiencing a lot when we're feeling stuck. List those out and then ask yourself where you feel them in your body and how they feel. And doing that can help you tune into that feeling. When that feeling pops up, when that emotional feeling pops up, you can say, oh, there it is. I know I'm experiencing, frustration with myself right now. So that's really helpful. So that's kind of where my brain was going on this walk just now, and a little bit of check-in. I am going to do kind of probably a very similar version of this podcast, but a little bit more thought out. I'll have notes in front of me, and I will see you guys on the next episode. Bye-bye.